Rain from Doll Militia. Welcome to the Aerial ABCs. This is not a video intended to teach tricks. In each of these videos, we're going to look at a commonly used movement in aerial arts, and we're going to break it down, look at form, function, alignment, what muscles you should be using, and some progressions. In today's Aerial ABCs, we're going to look at the straddle up, otherwise referred to as a V-up or an inversion on the fabric or the rope. The first progression we're going to look at is doing a straddle up in a low knot. Make sure the knot is low enough on your back and that you're leaning into the knot with your feet out in front of you. Start by pushing with your hands against the fabric while lifting your feet up at the same time using your deep abs. Using this engagement to initiate your knee bend, go into your straddle up by continuing to push and letting yourself invert. To come back up, reach in between your legs, pull yourself up until you get to the point where you can start pushing again to lower your legs back down slowly with control. Using the push in this exercise is going to help you find the ab engagement that you're going to need when you do straddle ups in the air. Once you're comfortable with the diamond up leg version, you're going to go for a straight leg straddle up in the knot. This is a great place to work on your straight legs and pointed toes, as well as your core engagement. Don't lean back into an arch in order to get your body upside down. Don't start with your pelvis arching down. That'll put a lot of pressure on your hip flexors and lower back. The next progression is a bent arm, bent leg straddle up from the floor. Make sure you set up your arms in a strong bent arm hang position with your shoulders drawing down the back. Make sure you start with your pelvis in a tucked position so that you can engage your abs as you begin. Lift your feet off the floor both at the same time, then let your knees draw you backwards in space. On your way backwards, use the same push that we worked on in the earlier exercise. Your legs should stay in the diamond shape until your hips come up to your hands, and at that point you can extend them into a straight leg position. In your inverted straddle up, you want to be pulling with the muscles in between your shoulder blades, your rhomboid muscles. You don't want to let those muscles disengage because that will bring your hips down into a sunken position. You should feel as if you're trying to make your back as flat as possible. Come down slow through your diamond leg position up into your bent arm hang before you let your feet come down to the floor. Then it's time to switch to the other side and switch which hand goes on top for the same straddle up. Don't jump and throw your head back to get yourself upside down. Don't start with an arch in your pelvis. That'll put a lot of strain on your hip flexors and lower back. Don't let your arms drop to straight too soon because then you'll have to use your foot to help you get your hips up. If you're having a hard time keeping your arms bent on the way up, chances are you're going to have a hard time coming back to a bent arm position on the way back down. This probably means you'll have to work on some bent arm conditioning exercises. If you're feeling ready to move on, the next progression is a straight leg straddle up, still using the bent arm position. Remember not to let your hips sink. Keep pulling up through your rhomboids and lift your hips up to your hands. Come down, again coming back to your bent arm position. Work on nice straight legs and pointed toes. Don't do dead fish feet. Don't micro bend the knees. The next thing you'll want to do is master your bent arm diamond leg straddle up from a climb. The main difference is that you'll have to maneuver your body around the fabric as you transition. Remember to do both sides. Don't kick the fabric out of your way as you go over to one side. Don't stop yourself and take a back beat before straddling up. It'll take a long time to break that habit. Following that, we come to the straight leg, bent arm straddle up from a climb.
Have a look outside on the sea. Everything is white.
Then we come to the most challenging type of straddle up, the straight arm straddle up. This maneuver requires a lot of shoulder, ab, and lat strength. As you bring your knees up, you need to push against the fabric as if you're pushing the fabric away from you. This will engage your lat muscles. And finally, when you're feeling strong enough, you can go for the full straight leg, straight arm straddle up. Remember to use all of the technique from your previous straddle ups, including core engagement, shoulder position, alignment, legs and feet, and lat engagement. You can start by doing a bent arm straddle up to get up, and then slowly lower down, pushing with your lats the whole way down. Cool, I hope that was helpful. When you're working on these straddle ups, make sure that you do it in a progressive way. So make sure that you feel really comfortable with each progression before moving on to the next. If you have any questions about any of this information, you can email us at info@paperdollmilitia.com. Or if you have any suggestions for future tutorials, let us know.